The gumbo is going to be incredible, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
What happened?
Robert Mims dropped a touchdown.
Oh, not the way to get started. All right, we're live. This is Game Day Live. I'm Sam Mays along with Mark Rogers. We're at Brents Cajun Seafood in Edmond, Oklahoma. Brent's got the gumbo cooking competition happening out back. Did you come through the back door?
Came through the front.
It's the back door is incredible. We got a big old tent out there. A lot of people out there making gumbo. The competition, I think, gets judged at 2:00. So I will be here for that. I'll be here all day at Brent. So come on in, check it out. The food is exceptional. Never had a bad thing on the menu. Also, this bar is fantastic. TVs all over the place. We've got Oklahoma and Iowa State on right now. We got Houston and South Florida. And another one we're going to find a way to get. Is it West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My TNW Tire Lock of the Week.
That's right. West Virginia on somewhere here in the bar. But, man, Mark, it's good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, it's good to see you, too. Oh, you dropped a touchdown pass the first play of the game.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't think they're going to run the ball with a whole lot of success in this game today. But there's a lot of things to find out. Can OU have some success on offense against the best defense in the Big 12? Can Iowa State muster up some kind of rushing attack or any offense at all against OU's defense?
Yeah, I mean, it's the bottom line is which one is the worst unit? Is it the Iowa State offense or the Oklahoma defense? And you're 100% right. We'll find out. Both coming off a bye week, both with the extra week to prepare for each other. I mean, this is a must-win situation, in my opinion, for Venables because it's like your paycheck dictates that at this point.
Well, I mean,
you're the head coach of Oklahoma. You got to win these.
You know, another thing, confidence-wise, OU's not going to pick up the first down here. I don't think this is an area they want to go for it, but clearly that offensive play, the first offensive play of the game, was something that they've been saving. They've been on for 2 weeks. Marvin Mims on a wheel route, and it hits him right in the hands, in stride, and that's just got to be soul-crushing to the team.
Correct. Like they had that play called last night. You know what I mean? They knew they've known for days.
Yes, they found
this is what we're going to do.
Tendency on defense.
Correct. And we're going to shock them at home
on the first play.
Yeah, and once again, give it up to Levy. Right? I've been on his team all season long. People giving him a hard time, but players have got to make plays. Quarterbacks have got to be accurate. Receivers have got to catch balls. But you can see that he knows what he's doing. That guy's got a plan, and he's just rarely given the chance here in conference play to execute it.
Well, and Gabriel will probably be criticized too. Mims is a great player, but Gabriel hit him right in the hands.
Right.
In stride. It's a great pass.
I am about as wishy-washy on this one. I picked Oklahoma because all the things I just said, like Venables has got to find a way to win this one, but I don't know that I'm confident by any means.
Well, I don't know how you could be either way.
Right.
Iowa State has been way better than their record indicates. OU has been up and down.
Which is the better unit on the field, the OU offense or the Iowa State defense?
I would say the Iowa State defense, but I say not by much. I almost think that the OU defense is a better unit on the field than the Iowa State offense, though.
I think that's the key, and that's the reason I picked OU. Like, I think they're just a hair better than this group who can't move the ball at all, but –
looks like an interception.
Did he? Yeah. Pick.
Got the ball.
There you go. That's big time. Big time start for that group. Absolutely. Confidence will go so far,
I agree.
man.
I think that first play too. But wow, that was looked like a quarterback punt right there.
Just nothing. No velocity, no plan. That ball was a prayer. So weird. Like he putting it up in the air. What a weird deal.
Actually, it was like that. What's up? Good to see you, man. How are you? Yeah. You can sit over here if you want to.
Did he? Yep, he got it. Oh, no.
You didn't get it?
I don't think he got it. I think they're going to say he trapped this thing. It was definitely loose when he hit the ground.
Wow.
Like, look at that. Look how many things happened here. He doesn't have it right there.
Yeah. Well, he did a good job of coming out of the tussle with the ball for the officials.
Right. Here's the angle right here.
Put the headset on, Jeff. Here. Sam, Jeff Word, basketball coach Blanchard.
Oh, hey, Jeff. How are you, sir? Nice to meet you.
This is your last free weekend.
This is it.
Yeah. You got some scrimmages next week?
No, not until after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
All my guys are still in football.
That's right. How many players do you have in the gym right now?
6.
How many will you get from the football team?
13.
Okay.
Same way every year.
You try to get some work in just throughout that last couple of weeks, even like mental work.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some. I keep freshmen in there, and we just do a lot of fundamental stuff and shoot. I mean, you can never shoot enough. Kids don't shoot enough anyway.
Right.
Were you back-to-back state tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and back-to-back state tournaments. That's pretty rare for a team that has that many players playing football.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't ranked last year.
Wow. Like I'm from a huge school in northeastern Ohio, and so we really didn't have a whole lot of crossover. Basketball players played basketball, and the football players played football. We might have had a couple of guys. I never really thought about, holy crap, the 3/4 of the basketball team is on the football team. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. I've never even thought about that before.
Right. Give OU the ball, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nobody could see the ball in the replay.
Yeah. I thought the first shot they showed it was loose pretty clear, but interesting. Well, that's a huge confidence builder for the OU defense, no doubt, and they need it. They absolutely need it.
You told me that you thought OU was going to win today?
I think we'll squeak it out.
Okay.
Ooh. Did he catch that?
He did.
A great catch.
Farouk's got a little star power. That's a true freshman out there. He's been great since game 1. You can really see that it's just coming to him naturally.
A lot of play action there. Fake to Stoops. Fake to the back. Try to confuse the defense of Iowa State.
It's good to see Gabriel have some success, just ball placement early, right? Like every pass that kid throws in the first quarter is going to just help him build.
The mechanics are there.
Yeah.
That weren't there in the TCU game.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that baseball game last night?
I didn't see any of it.
Pretty good. Great game.
Was it? Philly won, right?
Yeah.
Give me the chaos. I want Philly to win this series so bad. It'll be great.
JT Realmuto hit 2 home runs, hit the go-ahead homer in the top of the 9th.
Like win game 2 and then take it back to Philly.
Up 2-0?
Up 2-0, and good Lord, that would be an incredible atmosphere. That place will be – that's what I'm here for. Give me the show, right? The spectacle.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a big hole.
Yeah. OU's offensive line is
cutback.
You know, this season, I don't know that they have the high end that Cody Ford and that group had, but it's the same type of trajectory. Like you've seen just really good improvement each and every week. Guys are covering guys up at the second level. Rame is getting real good at the second level. Oh, wow. You gotta be.
Well, man, it's just big momentum swings going back and forth. Opening play, terrible momentum swing against OU. Interception gives it back to him, and then this running the ball with confidence, lose it.
Grades put what? How many on the ground? Like maybe one other one. Have we seen him fumbled? Like he's about as. Wow.
He was carrying that ball way too high.
Wow.
What are the other big games today besides Tennessee and Florida and
Oklahoma State?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
That's not the greatest slate today. Georgia, Florida, I guess could be a good one. It's got an intense rivalry.
Yeah.
Can we get that TV on West Virginia and is West Virginia?
You may find out what channel that's
TCU.
I'll find out what channel they got. On ESPN.
Nice. The man walking behind. You ready for some gumbo?
I'm ready.
The discussion around your palate yesterday, I thought, was Fantastic. Like we're grown men. Like you like what you like. People on social media like ripping Mark because he doesn't like certain things. I'm like, this is crazy.
One of my favorite authors, Malcolm Gladwell, wrote a whole thesis on why ketchup is a perfect food because it affects all 5 senses of your taste.
Right.
And some ass clown, I can say that on this, is calling me and telling me that I'm a child.
Right.
You're a child.
I mean, I'm a child for a lot of reasons, but not because I like ketchup. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah, what a crazy thing. It's like, this is shocking. Why do you hate
ketchup? I've never met anybody that hated ketchup that much. I get it if you don't want to put it on your hot dog. That's fine. I understand, but I don't put ketchup on everything. I put it on my eggs.
You do?
No.
Yeah. Okay, don't do that.
But, you know.
That's fantastic.
I'll put some ketchup on a piece of catfish.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that for some sauce. Not the preferred choice, but
that hat looks like it's ready to win a gumbo competition 100%. Right there.
Oh, we got some authentic stuff happening back there. Like those people have bought out the.
My money is on this guy right there.
So the competition is interesting because you had to cook here. Like you had to bring your roux. I think you had to make your roux here on location literally from scratch here at Brent's. And so there's some pretty good home chefs out back doing some pretty cool things. So
it was hard to walk through the tent without asking for a sample.
Absolutely.
The smell, the aroma was phenomenal.
Yeah. So if you're in the area, come out to Brent's.
The total in this game was 56.5. I'm going to lower it to 45. You think we're going to get over 45?
Man, I thought you nailed the winning score or the points. 24 will win it.
24-17, as I said earlier.
Yeah,
today.
I think that'll win it.
Had 23-21.
Okay. That's under 45.
This kid, I feel like, has played. Oh, you guys want drinks?
In a second, I'm gonna have water.
One over there.
Yeah, just the waters. Yeah, thank you.
Wide open.
She says, "Water for you too?" Question mark. Yes, I drink here a little bit. Yeah, this is really my only watering hole.
Well, I'm gonna make sure that I have one cold beer before we get to the afternoon.
But you got to drink a beer with gumbo.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I'm just gonna hold off till 2:30 because I'm gonna need to heavily drink during the Oklahoma State game. Yeah, like I'm starting to like believe. Like it's hard for me to be a fan. You play too much and you watch too much and you're doing the job and it's hard for me to like. But every once in a while, I'll like buy in, and I've done that this season, and it's not good for me. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my heart. So yeah, I will definitely have some drinks.
Can you also bring me a Coors Light draft? Yeah. I brought the blitz.
Decker, I feel like Decker got some experience, right? Last year.
A little bit.
Did he play a little? I mean, a couple of games?
No, he played. I mean, they put him. He played against OU last year.
Right.
But they put him in for Brock Purdy.
Sam, how good is that offensive line for Iowa State?
I mean, apparently not very good. I'll be honest with you. I didn't get a chance to watch a ton of them this week, but it's amazing that they can't do anything. Like it's way easier to just find a good running back today. Like everybody's got a good running back, you know what I mean? Or like a decent one. So it's like you must not have either Breece Hall was the reason you were successful running the football the last 2 years, and you just don't have a back, or the offensive line is not great. And I would probably bet it's a little bit of both.
Well, Breece Hall, he scored a rushing touchdown in like 20 consecutive games, and they've got 6 rushing touchdowns in 7 games this year. So I think it's a lot of Breece Hall.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true. Heck, he kept that streak going into the NFL.
He's running for the Jets.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch how you just get blocked on this. That's just.
Huh?
Big stop. Another momentum swing here.
Wow.
Yeah, Justin Broyles came to OU about the same time I did in 1988. Been out there.
I like that kid. And did you hear Venables defending him on the podium?
He's had his ups and downs.
Yeah.
When he had to cover Justin Jefferson in the Peach Bowl, that was worth about 4 years of his life. I can promise you.
Right. 100%. God, there was
and I was a little critical of him at that point, but anybody that was critical of him for that day when they'd had some suspensions and things,
right? Like he had
Everybody that's out there is probably going to have the same fate.
I felt like that twice covering OU. There was that one, and then what was the kid that played Samia in that first Clemson bowl game, that semifinal? I sat in the press box and I was like, that boy is going to get mentally broken today. They did things to him on that field that I didn't know. And he actually moved from tackle to guard that next season.
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, they were just Dexter Lawrence. And then Dobbs was there a Dobbs on that team also? Sure. And I feel like he was a first rounder. Like they just beat him since I was down on the field that game. Clemson had a safety that year that was 6'6", had to have been 240.
Wow.
It was like, this is the first time you realize that OU did not look anything like this. Like, that's a different machine than what you guys are bringing to this game. You appreciated the skill and what it took to get here, but body-wise, it's like, holy crap. They were so far off in every semifinal game.
Oh, man, they're going to the moonshine still early. You been to a game there?
Oh, yeah. My mom almost got in a fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she deserve it?
Yeah, ex-wife was pregnant. My ex-wife is a ridiculous OSU fan, and like the one that screams for 4 quarters, and somebody turned around and told her, shut the bleep up. And my mom took her earrings out of her ears, put them in her bag, handed me the purse, and like, let's go ahead and do this. Like got into a full-fledged fight over it.
You can't let your mom fight. You got to get in.
Oh, I'm absolutely letting Debbie Mays fight. There's no. My mom almost fought in the grocery store over somebody cutting in line. Like my mom that's a different type of deal there. Like I know just to back up so I don't catch an elbow.
Mark, you got West Virginia on this one, don't you?
That's right. That's my lock this week. Yeah. TCU's got to find a team that maybe not quite as good as people think. I think that's the case for TCU just because of had some good fortune facing teams. That's
good observation on backup quarterbacks.
Yeah. And at home. Yeah. And they haven't played great.
Yeah.
It's not like they've been steamrolling people. It's been all right.
Schedule's been super favorable, no doubt.
West Virginia, this isn't their best running back, but they can hit that outside run. Giving Iowa State some different looks like play action, reverse.
Yeah, you got to attack the whole wall, right? The whole front you have to attack in the first quarter early. See what works, see what doesn't. You're out there playing chess, not checkers.
Good blocking right there.
Yeah, it was excellent. The receiving room at Oklahoma is legit. You got a bunch of dudes that run good routes. They block downfield.
Outside zone.
Get in?
He's not in.
What was the line on TCU West Virginia? 7.5?
Yeah. Not a bad pass. Pretty good coverage. Look at the mini Mountaineer over there.
Oh.
I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go over to my wingman.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Good luck this season, Coach. Very nice to meet you too.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Get over there and wet my whistle.
We'll talk at halftime.
Try to get Brent to sit down here. He's feeling some kind of way about the Texas game. As he's a diehard Texas fan. You know that, right? Yeah. And so, obviously, we sat up here and watched OSU Texas together.
Yeah. Oh, you mean he's like things to say about last week's game?
Oh, yeah. He's unhappy. Yeah.
Sark or what?
Sark, penalties,
Yeah. Was he not unhappy about Sark leaving the field before singing the...
You know what? We haven't talked about it.
Don't bring it up. It's not.
Oh, God. Tradition is tradition, I guess.
Gabriel, you can't do that. Can't turn around and look at where the ball's going.
Yeah, he's got to do the thing.
Carry the fake out.
You got to get the fake
He's
out.
usually
There's
pretty good at that. Field goal.
Touchdown. Touchdown in Morgantown. Right? Oh, yeah. What school did he go to? Kicker?
McGinnis.
Okay.
There's Brent.
Yeah. Watch that camera. Yeah. You know you like to hit him. There's no doubt.
Who's the favorite today in the gumbo competition outside?
Man, I'm thinking it's going to be them boys from Oklahoma.
Okay. They're good?
That roux look good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
But I heard they're going to put collard greens in it. I ain't never had gumbo with collard greens.
That is the voice.
Well, I was asking him yesterday on the air, what is okra have to be in every gumbo? What has to be in gumbo for it to be gumbo? Is there a certain
roux?
Just roux. That's it. Just
gumbo's done 1,000 different ways.
That's right. So that's the theory of it, or the behind it. We're just going to put some stuff and cook up what we got.
Right.
All right.
And my grandmother would roll over in her grave if I ever put okra in my gumbo.
Okay. I didn't know that it was polarizing it like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You got to do it right, because if you don't, it's going to get slimy.
Uh-huh.
So you got to fry that.
Let me tell you, I'm out on slimy. I don't like slimy food. Who does?
Yeah, I can't do okra. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the okra. That is the voice of Brent from Brents Cajun, by the way. Brent is always here. He's always got the hat on. He had to take the hat off to put the headset on. There you go. There it is. I was telling Mark before he sat down that you had some grievances about the Texas game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't ever blame refs for anything. I don't. But come on. 14 penalties to zero?
To zero.
To zero.
Yeah.
Now, there was that call early in the game that it looked like the ball didn't hit Presley on the punt that they got a turnover on. That was a little bit of a break, maybe.
Maybe. But
now a lot. Okay, now I'm not. This is my last question. Texas did have a lot of false start, offsides penalties that are hard to argue with.
right, they did have a lot of pre-snap penalties.
Yes. Yeah.
But 14 to zero, you can call a penalty on every single play.
Yeah.
You could find something. Right. I would agree to that.
I think Texas is going in the right direction. I think they're a little tougher than they were last year. They're better on the offensive line. Sark has done a good job of recruiting quarterbacks to get Ewers to come there, and he's got Arch Manning committed. So I think it takes a while, and I think the toughness is something that they just haven't had.
Right.
Strength and conditioning has got to be better, and I don't think that changes overnight. Like, I think it's going to take a little while for OU to kind of change that. They had Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars things going on, and then not very much toughness. And now they want to try to play defense, and the toughness isn't quite there yet. So it's going to take a while. But I think Sark is doing, to me, okay.
The only thing and I thought about this a lot this morning, I don't think he's making any adjustments at halftime, because he's lost so many games leading at halftime, double digits going into the fourth quarter. And I think he's got the mindset, we're going to do what we're going to do, come beat us. And he's not making any adjustments at halftime.
They aren't a way to they're not able to put away teams, and that's what I think I'm talking about when you have a toughness. And
I agree with you.
4-minute drive, and they can't really run the ball unless it's early in the game. And I think they do really a lot of good things on offense with their weapons. But if it's just like, hey, look, this offensive line has got to develop to the point where they can go push people around. Right. And I think they're getting there.
Yeah, and look, at one point against Oklahoma State, they had three true freshmen in the game against one of the most senior veteran defensive fronts in the country. Actually, I think they might be the most senior defensive front in the country. Like, what do you want?
They do have a freshman starting the nose tackle.
OSU?
No, Texas.
No, I'm talking about OSU's defense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had three freshman offensive linemen in the field against that defensive line. I mean, that's a tough
and
matchup.
when you get Banks, when he gets his man body, and he gets his technique down,
right.
Oh, the kid's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a freak. He's an easy top 10 pick in my opinion. If he stays healthy. I can't imagine he won't be. Like, he's doing it at almost a 90% level now, and he's got no technique. None. His kick slide is all over the place. It's never kick slides are like good jump shots, right? It should look like Steph Curry going up to shoot a three every single time you do it. That he's Russell Westbrook. Like you just never know what it's going to look like, but it's effective. He's incredible.
That's awesome. I do think Texas is on the right track.
Yeah.
And I think Sark will get them there. It's just frustrating. It really
I
is.
understand. I mean, that running back for Iowa State, Sam, you mentioned earlier, Brees Hall. And did you see that running back? He ran right to contact.
Yeah,
there was
right
plenty of space around him. He just ran right into the defender.
Yeah. See if you can get some pressure here.
Coming with it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to come with pressure when you can't cover anybody.
Right.
And they came with, 6 there?
Yep.
So that's not enough.
Those guys got to come when they send pressure. Like, Mike Backer comes in there and he's timid. He's putting his hands under the running back. You better throw your body up in the air.
Yeah, if I were Matt Campbell, I don't think I'd want to keep handing it off to these running backs.
No, absolutely not.
Iowa State's they're a tough team.
Oh, yeah.
They will hit you in the mouth.
100%.
The whole game.
Good defense.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this offense has struggled all season long, but I don't know that it's for a lack of trying to be physical. I mean, that's just kind of the motive there.
For a 2-yard
massive,
gain.
Massive, right? Yeah, that kid's not very good. That's one thing the Big 12 is full of is good backs. I mean, full of them. If they're not great like that, what we're getting down in Texas, I mean, they're good. Deuce Vaughn has got the capability to be a great back.
Iowa State offered the running back at Carl Albert. I think they offered him. They at least visited with him, and I'd say they put him out there. He might be better than what they got now.
Wow.
Xavier Robinson, he's 6'1", about 215, 220.
It's a big back.
Yeah, he runs well.
He's 6 what?
6'1", 220.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's a hard deal for high school kids to tackle him.
Yeah.
Iowa State's recruited Oklahoma pretty well. TCU scored.
Man, so he looks like that Ollie Gordon up there in Stillwater. Isn't that about where he goes? 6'1"?
Yeah. Gordon's leaner. I think a little leaner, but he's a big kid.
Wow. I'd love to see him get more touches. I think Mike's being a little conservative with him, just from let him get his feet wet, and I get that.
Well, the other freshman deserves some touches too.
Yeah, they got some dudes in the backfield in Stillwater.
TCU gonna have to do a little bit better than that in secondary. All right, this is a fairly big play for OU.
Yeah.
Looked like left tackle moved a little.
Wow.
Oh.
What a crazy play that was.
Well, I mean, what was the quarterback trying to do? Does he think that he's Pat Mahomes?
I have no idea.
That was
one
crazy
play.
Trying to fling it back the other way. That's sometimes one of those that gets batted.
Oh, yeah. Taken to the house.
And somebody who steps in front of it goes the other way.
I don't know the kid's name, but that number 6 on OU defense, he's a headhunter. He will absolutely hit you. Was it a safety?
Who is that?
I will find out.
Yeah. My buddy Devin, glad you talked me out of that bet.
What bet?
He was going to put a bunch of money on OU today. I said maybe pump your brakes on that.
Boy, he can get the live line right now. You know, OU looks like the better team to me.
We've got a bunch of people in the chat right now.
Sweet.
David Meekin says, I'm ready to watch my Red Raiders play Baylor. I think the Red Raiders win. Jerry, where is Brent's? It is on the Broadway extension in 33rd. It's super easy to get to right here in Edmond. A ton of folks coming up from Oklahoma City every single day here to Brent's. And just once you get to that intersection, if you just roll your window down, you'll be able to smell it from there. Just let your nose do the rest of the work.
I like Tech today.
You like Tech today also?
You like Tech?
Yeah. Bo says, happy Saturday, Mark and Sam. Thank you, sir. Brad Pitt is worried if Marvin's got the yips or not.
Well, the second one is understandable. The first
Right.
one wasn't so much, but no, not in one play.
Brad Felton says OU is garbage. So we're all over the place today. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
So, I mean, what so far, they're tied 3-3. They've done a pretty good job on defense.
Right. What do you guys in the chat think so far?
Trey Morrison is 6. He is the transfer that came in. It's taken him a while to get into the lineup. Came in from North Carolina. OU did not quite have the impact of the players coming into the portal than the ones that left the portal.
Maybe they can pick up some of them A&M players that are bailing.
God, that's going to be a mass hysteria.
They've gone head-to-head with A&M over several recruits.
And they always lose.
It seems like it.
Yeah, like it seems like, I don't know what, I mean, I don't, maybe it's not
money.
always, but, that's definitely playing a factor. But I don't necessarily, I mean, you got kids, I don't know what was true or what was not true, who reported it or whatever, but you got dudes in the locker room smoking weed in Texas. Like that, one, you don't want that type of kid, and two, clearly there's no respect of the coaching staff. Like, I can't even imagine what would have happened if Les Miles would have walked in the locker room and somebody was smoking weed. We would have never, ever even considered it, right? Even smelling like weed around them. It would have never been a thing. Like, you have to, there's just, no one respects that dude.
Yeah. Locker rooms are also built in a pretty wide open way so everybody can see who's addressing the room.
Absolutely.
And you would think there would at least be someone in there that would trainer, somebody in there that would be like, what are you doing?
Correct. Or, you know what? Leadership on your team.
Yeah.
Right. Some player. That should have been the first thing that happened.
That's a better answer to that.
I mean, it's just, that's wild, man. Right. It's crazy. And then recruiting, to the transfer portal, like that stuff is wild also. Right? Like you got dudes on the team.
I got somebody that I went to high school with that tells us we can come play at Tennessee.
Right. That they're looking for a safety and a receiver. You want to go. Like, that's crazy. And there's no way to stop, like, social media. And now these guys all have relationships with each other anyway. They know each other from all these massive camps, and they've been,
Right.
And it's like, it's impossible to stop it. It's tampering, right? And it's impossible. You can't stop it.
It's a good play there. Levy really, I think, is trying to work this Iowa State defense and give it multiple looks. They fake it to Gray and then turn around and give it back to him after the key is gone. But OU's having some success on offense. They just have left a couple of plays out there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma stepping on the field with an offensive line that's probably one of your top 3 in the conference, in my opinion. It gives you a lot of opportunity. And to see them play as well as they are right now against this defensive front is impressive.
Gavin Freeman on the reverse.
Mark says, gonna get Brents tonight.
There we go. Tonight? What do you mean tonight?
Need to come try that
What about
gumbo
halftime?
cook-off.
Yeah. Come on to the gumbo cook-off. Absolutely. Try some of the, I mean, everybody out there seems like they know what they're doing. I didn't know what to expect when I pulled up. That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like people in there getting down right now.
Hey, there's some guys out there I had a hard time understanding. and I grew up down there.
How many years have you done this, Brent?
This is the first annual.
Awesome. Well, glad to be here.
You see that run there by Daniels?
Yes, sir. Nobody over there.
OU's always had a stable of running backs.
Always.
And it seems this year they don't have that.
I think he looks good today to me, and he looked real good against Kansas. I think he's finally getting some confidence, and he was so hyped when he came, transferred from Tennessee, and it just that didn't live up to it.
I think this year has been a bit of a. I would have told you that he was not going to play in the NFL last year. I'm looking at him this year, and I'm saying he's probably he's a good, very serviceable back. He blocks well in the backfield. He sees the field well. Like he looks like a complete back to me this season. I don't think he's going to be a third rounder, but I think he'll get an opportunity. And I like the Barnes kid. Their backup is a true freshman. I think that kid's got a great future. And then Majors is a good player. Like I don't know that there's just a superstar back there, but I think it's been a minute since they had a superstar.
Barnes he didn't travel today.
He didn't?
He's not there.
Oh,
no, Major is there.
What's the deal with Barnes?
I'm not sure. Missed block. Gavin Freeman again. Getting some use.
The one thing that Oklahoma does not want to do here is, and I think this is a relatively evenly matched game. Oklahoma's had some success offensively, which is a good sign, but you don't want to take forever because the deeper into this sucker, the more the pit that thing becomes.
Right.
And, and all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, that stadium comes alive in a way that you don't want to be up there, having a hard time communicating. It's bad enough as it is right now.
Great tailgating scene across the street from the stadium.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Just a big field.
Yep.
Lots of, good people activities.
Right.
Beer drinking.
My favorite tailgating atmosphere in the conference, though, is Manhattan, Kansas. As you got
all
a
in
bunch
the parking lot.
Bro, and a bunch of farm boys out there with flatbeds with whole DJ systems set up. And it's just a bunch of country folks just getting down. And OSU is incredible, too.
You know what? The OSU does have a good one. When I think of Kansas State, I think it's just the Chiefs fans.
Correct.
That they all kind of glommed onto K-State when they got better. It's a really young crowd, so they know how to
Yeah, they get down up in Manhattan. And it is just it's the openness of it all. And Stillwater, it's great. There's no doubt. But there's, it kind of expands across campus. And it's kind of a centrally located deal in Manhattan, which kind of makes it more of a spectacle.
I haven't been there.
Yeah, that's a place that you would love to go see a game. Like it's an old football venue. It's down in a hole. It's loud as all get out. They have the Harleys that lead the team out into the field. It gets super loud. Fan base is passionate. Yeah.
They decorated the whole outside of it in limestone. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got an intensity to it.
Yeah, it does.
Go ahead, big fella. Get into that end zone. Oh, come on. I think he was down.
Well, considering the last game that we watched OU play, I felt like took an entire decade to be played. I think this one is going to move pretty quick.
15 minutes less for the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the preferred drink with gumbo? Is it beer?
Oh, it's beer.
Okay.
A Beta?
Like, do you pair it like a wine type of thing?
Beta Amber would be my choice. A lot of people like the strawberry right now. It's a really good beer. A Beta is just a good all around beer. I like Andy Gator.
I've not heard of that.
It's an Abita beer.
Okay.
I used to love these early games as a player. I was always wanted to be selfish, right? Like the big games that's play at night, Bedlam or Texas or Kansas State, Nebraska. I just play those ones at night, but the rest of the season, I'm like, give me the 11 o'clock. I just loved it. My body, I'm an early riser anyway, but it just felt like I was the most alert and most aware and ready to go, 11 a.m. Whereas it's 7:30, and it's like, mentally, I've never been a napper. And so it just, for me, it's just the longest afternoon ever. And then your body's tired. I've been up for this many hours, Even as much as you just lay down in bed, I just never like that. These early ones are great. Especially this time of the year, too. It's cool, like real cool, fat body. Get that gut, get some of that cold air on it.
I know how that feels now.
There you go. There's a strike. Gabriel absolutely has improved in his consistency with his throwing motion, his footwork. Like he's putting that foot in the dirt and throwing that ball. He's got a ton of velocity behind it, too, for a guy that's not very big.
Right.
I can see Stoops getting drafted.
I think Stoops will get a shot.
I'm not a huge, Marcus Major, I think he's got to prove some things to me, but that's just an example of him doing what the Iowa State running back's not doing today,
right,
against a better defense.
Yep. What do you think Majors weighs?
205? What's he listed at?
He just always looks a little heavy to me.
You think he's bigger than that?
Yeah, I don't know that he's bigger than that as much as I just don't know that his frame just doesn't look comfortable like that size. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't have a ton of shiftiness to him.
I haven't been comfortable with my size since I was about 20.
Oh yeah.
Maybe no earlier than that.
I don't know. I have 3 seasons in my closet.
3 seasons of life?
No, just 3 seasons, 36, 38, and 40.
40 is when it gets a little cooler, right?
Right.
Yeah, I understand. Marcus Major's listed at 219.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see him at like 205 and see what that looks like. David Meekin says, what do you guys think about Verhin Morton? The Texas quarterback?
Morton,
yeah. I'm a fan. That kid, what happened here?
Well, they tried to run it right up the middle on 3rd and goal. And number one, I ain't having any of it.
Ooh. Whoa.
Oh, the Mountaineers are in the end zone. Would I scare you?
No, so that kid kind of freaked me out a little bit. I felt that yell.
Oh my God. Oh, look at that.
What a play.
They executed that to perfection.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
That's the second fake field goal of the year. Oh, Matt Campbell.
He is
not happy.
He is irate.
He threw one of the finest coaches' tantrums I've ever seen in the Big 12 championship against OU.
What a play, dude.
Oh, they should put the field goal team out there to block on a regular down.
I'd love to see. I got to see it again. Yeah. Like I love fake field goals when the field goal team doesn't know it's happening, and I kind of got the vibe here a little bit.
Right, that you thought that
I think that
I was about to say, well, Venables must feel like his defense is going to play well enough today. Matt Campbell, careful! Don't want lip readers to be watching that.
Like I wonder if the guys blocking that play. I mean, surely they did. Surely they called it just didn't look like anybody made like a fake motion. Like it was like everybody kind of shot their hands like a normal field goal. I think the left side maybe did a little gumming down, but that's super well played when it looks like everything leading up to the football, but him kicking it looked like a field goal. That was a great play, great design.
He snapped it to the to the holder, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the holder flipped it up to the kicker.
The
Is that what it
holder
was?
set it out for second, and then
Yeah. That's cool. That was really cool.
The longest pass they had in the Texas game, the holder.
They tried to. They had a good field goal call there. The guy that was trying to block on the edge, he couldn't even get in the way of the guy that was out there. Well, that is interesting.
Well, it's points on the board. I mean, you nailed it. 24 is definitely going to probably get this. 17 looks like it might get this.
I had a question from a friend of mine, Blake Mills. He says on that fake field goal, the holder's knee was on the ground when he received the snap. Wouldn't the play be dead at that point? That is a rule in football that the holder's knee is not. It's not down.
Grounded, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so that's part of the rules is that in that situation, it's just part of the game. If that was the case, if his knee was down, then when he received the snap, the play would be over.
Right.
Well, it's not often that your kicker gets the congratulatory taps. He drew it up after a touchdown, but a 15th play, 85-yard drive that's capped off by that man. Zach Smith, the red shirt's up, runs 5'10", 185. They got to the end zone. And back into that sixth end zone. And he scores.
I'm tweeting out the Game Day Live link.
But it's been a great day for me. I've downloaded the Sports Animal app for the first time.
That was fantastic.
It's kind of embarrassing. It's on the car all the time.
You shouldn't be embarrassed, but
it's
it was
in my car all the time.
It was just great. Oh,
I don't want to make Cisco upset.
The boss was like, "Don't you have the app?" Mark was like, "No, I don't."
Do I want notifications from the station?
Right.
Yes. I need it to give me notifications when I have an email. When I got to do that HR training stuff that I never remember to do.
I'm tweeting you, Brent. Retweet it. You. Yeah, I'm getting ready to tweet you. If you are on your way at the Brents and you want to hang out and put the headset on, talk a little bit about the game with us, you're more than welcome to. We have a good time.
Oh, there we are.
On the app?
I see us now. Yeah.
Nice. How do you look?
Oh, not as good as I want to.
That's one of those ones right there. And talk to Matt Campbell about how he's hard things really well, but just being consistent with his edge. Right there, if he just dumps the stick out to Jalen Noel, probably a first down. Make that easy play. Those laps and great things happen.
Well, this really is easy.
Yeah, getting into the live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really easy. Oh, they're bad offensively.
Yeah.
They're just hot garbage. Drop passes, bad pass protection. Quarterback is, look at him.
Now, if I subscribe, I could probably even send comments and read the comments, right?
Correct.
Wow. I'll let you do that.
What, read the comments?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you feel free.
No, I'm just saying that might be too much work. I could just look at my phone all the time. We got a fight. Didn't look like much of a fight to me.
God, Campbell's a surreal psycho, isn't he?
I think it's just OU. It seems like he loses his mind. I don't know. I'm not spending a whole lot of time watching Iowa State, but I do watch the games that they play. Brent's yelling at a guy that doesn't have a number.
Brent, what time's everything going down with the gumbo tonight? Today
they're gonna should be finished cooking around 1 and 1:30. That everybody can go taste. You know,
Okay.
Open to the public.
Okay.
Free.
1:30.
Yeah,
Free.
free.
It's free.
Free.
Free gumbo, y'all.
Everybody like free.
Everybody likes free.
I thought it might be like $25 to get in.
Nah. It's our first annual.
Well, that's a.
We're begging people to come check it out.
Yeah.
Should be on the way up.
Yeah, that's if you're coming out to Brent's for free gumbo and you're in the live stream, let me know.
We got some good judges. Lisa Sykes will be here
Yeah,
from Coma.
Mama Lisa.
Owens will be here from the Fat Guy Club.
Nice.
He's not just the president; he is a member. Corey from Off the Hook, Chef Corey.
That's awesome.
He's going to be here. And yours truly, the all-knowing of sports and all-knowing of food, Sam Mays,
Yeah, I love that.
will be one of the judges.
That sounds about right. Yeah, Mark probably more all-knowing in sports, but the food department, I got you. Yeah, I'm ready. I've been doing some homework. I know all the terms. Yeah, I'm ready. I want layers of flavor.
Layers.
I'm here to take a stance.
I'm here for the depth
on anti-sliminess.
Yeah.
If you're going to put okra in your gumbo, you got to know how to do it. If not, it's going to be a big old pot of slime.
Yeah, I can't. I'm out. Do not like okra. That's saying like it's one of the few things I just do not like.
Well, I like it fried. I don't like it. I don't like it pickled or. Listen, it's good with me not to be in there.
If I eat it fried, I want it to be classified burnt. Like that's how crispy. Yeah.
Like I do a smothered okra and tomato and garlic.
There you go. There's Tyler.
And it's really good.
Wave with the camera. The camera's right there. I wanted you to get on the camera. That's Prince of Brents.
You do know he's graduating with his master's degree in December from OSU.
That a boy, smart man. He was also up here for the victory that Oklahoma State had over Texas. Stood side by side. We hugged afterwards. It was a real moment.
I don't like you right now.
You handled it really well, though. And look, because I showed up, I was already prepared to get beat up. Like, I was like, this is going to be a disaster. I called him. I was like, I'm just going to come up here and watch it with you so you can do what you're going to say during the game, right? Let's just get it over with. And I sat there and, yeah, that was a surprise.
And rubbed it in my face.
I didn't rub it in your face.
Yeah. Treated me like a baby's diaper.
I did not. Mama Lisa, come here. Lisa Sykes in the house. You got to get in there and wave to everybody. There you go. You ready? What does that say? Oh, yeah.
Gumbo.
Peace, love, and gumbo.
There you go.
Mama Lisa used to bring food into she'd bring gumbo into the studio.
Oh, yeah.
The most incredible. Like, I'm kind of sad you're not cooking. He said your name, and I was like, yes, Lisa's making gumbo. And he's like, no, she's judging. And I was like, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tequila. Mama's choice. He would be a loss for them because he's played his tail off.
Yeah. Johnson.
The world champion auctioneer just walked in.
Did he?
Yeah, Barrett.
Yeah.
World champion.
We'll get some former OU players trickled through today. Brent's got a pretty
eclectic group.
Yeah.
A lot of ex-athletes are here.
Yeah.
Come in here. Pettigrew's favorite spot's right there.
On the corner?
Yeah.
Look at Penn State get on the board.
Nice. That was a nice burst right there.
Yeah, he's talented.
Saw the hole and went and got it.
Well, the first time I saw him, I thought, man, this kid is going to be a real burner. He just had that look, and he's never really amazed me with his straight line speed, but you can tell it's just coming more naturally to him.
Oh,
that's a good play, right? He had to get a first down there. Had to go get a yard. That's a good play.
Well, especially today, just keep the clock going. If
Absolutely.
you can run the ball in this defense, it's impressive because we both said at the beginning of the show we thought Iowa State's defense had the advantage of the OU offense.
Yes.
It's not been that way now, up in the first 20 minutes of the game.
That offensive line is playing their tails off like they had all day here. Ooh.
Right there.
Mr. Auctioneer. Well, he underthrew that ball.
He did a little. It's good defense. Iowa State defenders pretty physical going up there for it.
Jay said he's down for some free food. Harris says, I love Oklahoma. This is Oklahoma after all. It does seem like a bit of an Oklahoma staple.
But, there's a lot of Cajuns up here in Oklahoma with that oil field.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I really thought about it. You got a lot in the back parking lot right now. There's that for sure.
So we got New Orleans in the house out there, New Iberia, Bro Bridge, a couple other places I can't remember now. CTE is real. Right, Sam?
100%. And look, you barely had a helmet back when you were playing. That was nothing but some glued together plastic. Rydell, stage 1.
At the bike.
Yeah. You had the bike? Yeah. Yeah. Like you gotta look at Harrison. You see Harrison downfield? Harrison got the left tackle downfield. He blocked two different players, 3 different players. 1. And then watch him get up the field again. 2. Look at it. Fantastic. The effort's tremendous. And the thing that
nobody's going to get around him either.
Right. Yeah, he is a big old boy. The thing that's great about this is they're just limiting the penetration from the Iowa State defensive front, which typically plays in the backfield. Like those dudes are getting over the line of scrimmage and being disruptive with just that 3-man front. Smart move by Gabriel there. And,
a lot of fakes, a lot of misdirection. And I think it's been a really good game plan.
Absolutely. Smart play. Oh.
Got a little hole there.
I can't believe he didn't get called for that. I hate when I have to admit that there was holding It really,
Sam, you know offensive linemen never hold.
man, that was holding right there. And I hate to admit it.
Gavin Freeman getting a lot of run today. That's good. That's good. I think he
Absolutely
deserves to be in there.
Oof. Harrison is out there playing the game. Nice little pull and wrap here. I don't know if you guys will replay it or not. Like he looks more and more like a high draft pick. I don't know how high, probably second round, but
Pro Football Focus loves him.
do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to see him play with a little more of a consistent pad level. He plays high every once in a while, especially late in games. But yeah, he's a good player. Nice. Good to see Gabriel kind of pick up where he left off against Kansas. Like, that's a great ball there, right? It's a great ball. Move the chains.
Ooh, I don't like that play.
It was they pulled both the left guard and tackle.
Handoff.
Something happened to the mechanics of it. It was so slow developing. And then 34 right there just made one hell of a play, too.
Somebody needs to show him the tape of Davis Bevel again. They're going to plan the run to the quarterback.
Right. Let's not take the risk.
Another misdirection play. Johnson back in.
Did you catch any of that World Series?
No, I'm happy Philly won. I didn't get to see any of it.
It was 5-0, and then Philly came back, tied it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it went to extra innings.
Wow, now I'm upset that I missed it.
And again, Oklahoma kid hit the home run to tie it and then to win it.
Yep.
Are you guys – this happened just last night?
Yeah.
All those things happened last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, also had a great high school game last night. That Coweta Del City game was
incredible. You said it was going to be great.
18-17 overtime.
Oh, wow.
Coweta won.
They came back from down 5-0. That's incredible.
They got to fake this one.
Oh, he got it.
He stuck it in.
Well, not bad.
No, they played great.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Offensively, this is impressive.
Yes.
Defensively is okay, not bad.
Yeah.
But they're winning most of the battles.
Right, which they should. Iowa State's offense is hot garbage. Like, in an ideal situation, this is how this game looks right now. Offense has got a plan. They're executing. Gabriel looks accurate. They're running the football successfully. I mean, it's exceeding expectations, honestly. Like, I knew they would have some success, but I didn't think the offensive line would look as dominant as they do. Like, they're not winning up front for Iowa State. So that's a great sign. Are you serious?
What?
He's just pulled out the Texas Longhorn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. We got to get Sammy on the microphone so we can talk about our fantasy team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How is that going, by the way?
Still winless. Still winless.
Anybody,
I told you. Did I tell you about the Tannehill thing?
Is anybody within reach of you Like, is there a team with 1 win or 2
Oh
wins?
no, I don't think so. I think it's me all by myself. I think everybody's got 3. Yeah.
Had a bad year.
We got that wide receiver you picked up,
Did I get him?
Samuel Devo.
Yeah. Oh, Debo Samuels.
Got me Devo Samuels.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah.
It's been the crazy. Like I text Sammy, I'm helping her. This is the first time I play fantasy football. She works here at Brents, and so I'm texting her last week, and I'm like, look, I just have a feeling Tannehill coming off the bye week. We're gonna go with him over Daniel Jones. Bro,
No,
what?
that was bad advice.
Would you have gone with Jones?
No. I started Tannehill in the league last week too. He had 2 points.
Yeah, you can put her on. Yeah. You're not even going to be on the camera.
Is that
You won't be on the
Gatorade?
camera.
Is that Gatorade in that cup?
Huh?
Is that Gatorade in that cup?
Powerade.
Powerade? Is there vodka in there?
No.
That's Sammy. That's my fantasy football partner. I was just talking about what I did last week with Tannehill and Daniel Jones.
No.
And then this week, this is the first game we've been projected to win, right?
Yes,
I think so, yeah. And then Mark Andrews scores 2 points. And they had somebody scored 10 that was only supposed to score 5, and it's already off to a pretty bad start.
You had to play Mark Andrews when he plays, right?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You can't sit him.
Right. And then oh, no, that's what the other thing was. Debo Samuels is out for the weekend.
He's not playing?
No. Schefter tweeted that out yesterday. So
we have 4 points.
we have 4 total points right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. I had to go get somebody in free agency and play receiver. It's a disaster.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not looking good for week 9. So I feel like I need to apologize to you. Clearly, it's me, 100%.
It's all Sam's fault.
It is it's like I'm trying to be bad. It's wild. So losers got to wear a dress out here on 33rd and Broadway.
Crimson.
Whoa. Whoa. There's nothing about anything crimson in this. I will go to Cato and get something nice.
Cato.
But I will not wear it. It's not going to be crimson.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
See you, Sammy.
Sammy's boss came over and gave her the stink eye and made her get up.
Yeah. Said she doesn't know what she's talking about. Tell her to get up. Shout out Dee Dee. David wants to know, Brent, how do you feel about the Texas versus Tech game? It's a question in the chat. I'm just asking you the question that's in the chat. I don't need you to glare at me.
Tech has been good this season. It's not a terrible loss.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the Crabtree year? Or?
We're talking about.
That was a bad one.
No, that was again, if we had our quarterback, could have been a different outcome. But you got to go play the game. You can't play down to teams. And I think they do that a lot this year.
Yeah, I would agree to that. Yeah. Are you getting the vibe that when the Decker kid throws the ball that he's not sure either?
There's some people open out there.
I mean, it's like it's his throwing. Everything, it just looks weird, off.
Had a fumble in the West Virginia TCU game, and then first play after it.
Pick?
No, like a 70-yard run, 50-yard run that would have scored in touch. Nobody near the running back.
Wow. Who did that?
TCU.
Okay.
Scored. Will OU get their first sack today in conference play?
It doesn't look like it, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Even when they're trying to bring pressure, they're not getting it.
Right. They're not winning one-on-one, and they're not winning in the scheme. It's just bad.
Oh, they set that one up good.
Look at the effort by Big Boy.
Big Boy.
Is that Cole?
He got that trip up.
Yeah, he got it. Yep. Like, you got to love that that's playing with heart. A lot of kids would have given up on that play.
Right.
There's a 300, that kid's got to be 320.
I'm surprised that wasn't a flag.
They are getting to him late. Look, he's tired now. Let go.
We just gave him
Bro,
all the praise.
I would be lying to your face if I told you I didn't lay on the ground every once in a while. It's Texas Tech field goal team. I've been on the field so long and I was just exhausted. Had run like 108 snaps. Field goal team, I get knocked down my back and I just laid there. Terry Noonan came out. He looked down. You okay? I said, man, I just needed a minute. Got off and jogged off the field like, back then, chasing Rashawn Woods up and down the field, like you just never knew when it was going to be a 70-yard touchdown. And then we had one of those lates, and it was, It's all right, big boy. Take the rest if you need it.
Is that going to be a sack right there? Quarterback wasn't ready. The snap was nowhere near him.
Oh, shit.
What the heck happened there?
No idea.
I can't believe we got back on there, honestly.
Did he hit himself in the butt with that snap?
I don't know what happened there. The quarterback wasn't even ready to receive the snap. Like, what a weird deal. That's a punt. That's a punt. Yeah. Ooh. There's Brent. It's okay.
Tell me when, Sam.
Keep right there. Yeah. And back a little bit towards you. There you go. Right there.
West Virginia played well, 7-0 lead, 14-7 lead, now down 21-14. Not a positive development. Penn State going to take the lead on Ohio State? Wow.
That's shocking.
That is pretty
17
shocking.
points on the board for Penn State that's 21 right there, Penn State,
No.
huh? Or that was just the 14?
10.
Okay.
10 on the board for Ohio State is pretty shocking.
That's shocking. Both those scores are surprising. I thought this would have been a pretty dominant performance for Ohio State.
Yeah, but that's one of those games. I mean, it doesn't matter what the rankings are.
Right. Penn State's going to show up. The whiteout, 100,000+ people in that place. It's crazy. Ohio State just seems so far ahead of even Georgia and Alabama, in my opinion. Like, it just, it's close to as good, perfect as it gets. And
they would be favored if they played Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so in my brain, I'm like, cool. This is how you've looked all season long. If there's a team in your schedule and an atmosphere that garners your best performance, it's this one. And you kind of expect it out of them. I think that staff has done a great job. Like they show up and they play. There aren't any, this is a bad team, we're going to take it easy. Like so that's a great start for Penn State. Like clearly Penn State is doing some things.
Right. But they're going to have to keep up that intensity the 4 quarters.
Right.
Because Ohio State's not going to go away.
You wouldn't think, but let that crowd keep building, and that place is not friendly.
JT Daniels just missed a big one. Been a 40, 50-yard gain. Wheel route, threw it out of bounds.
Mark, did you hear about what happened to yours in that Oklahoma State game?
Did you hear about his finger?
No.
Oh, what are you saying?
It was, the
oh,
finger thing,
yeah.
It was, 14 of 47.
Yeah.
But apparently, and Sam and I didn't know this until today, he ripped his fingernail off his throwing hand.
Did you hear that?
That has to hurt.
I hadn't heard. I didn't hear that at all.
And he was trying to play with a glove, and but he got it stuck in like a door jamb.
I don't understand how. If I'm not saying that guy who said that. I don't know. I haven't heard it, and I don't know that is. I can't tell you that that's 100% true. But let's say that it is. I don't understand why Texas wouldn't immediately come out and say, even if it's just after the game, there was this finger issue, because it just, instead now people are just roasting this kid for being inaccurate. You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine trying to throw a football with a busted up finger,
Yeah, Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That guy was a OSU fan too.
Yeah.
That was at the game and saw him trying to throw with a glove on.
If you haven't had Brent's lunch, I know a lot of you guys in the chat have been to Brent's before, but if you haven't had the brunch, yes, it's all good. Ooh. Tough spot there. Obviously, backed up against your own end zone.
Yeah, but this punt's going to be even tougher.
Yeah. The cool thing about, obviously this is a situation, 13-3 is going to half at that score, and it's getting increasingly more difficult for Iowa State to catch up. I mean, their offense is anemic. Like the quarterback has all day, and they still can't complete passes.
Get that out of there quick. That's a really good punt.
Absolutely. Good Lord.
He can do it, Turk.
That was great. No chance for the return there. Typically, those are short, balls that get into the returner's hand immediately, and he's got 5 steps where anybody gets there. Yeah, that was crazy. That's one of the best punts I think I've seen this season. That was an unbelievable kick. I don't even like kickers.
Got
That's job. Excellent. You got one job. Sam and Mark, what are your grades so far for OU on both sides of the ball?
Offense, I give them an A.
Yeah, same.
Defense, I give them a B.
Yeah, for who they are defensively, I think you probably have to give them a B. They're not getting to the passer, but they're effective stopping the run. Coverage is not bad, right?
Yeah, Iowa State's offense, I don't give a very high grade at all.
Right.
Their defense, I don't give a very high grade at all. I mean, OU's kind of having their way with this game right now. It's not.
Oh, play.
That was
excellent coverage.
That was
great
pressure.
Yeah.
A little pressure. Not a lot of pressure. For OU pressure, that was great pressure.
Well, they ran a 4-man front, too.
Look at this. That's great coverage. Great timing. Looking at the ball. Excellent. Shout out Davis.
That's improvement for Gabe Davis.
100%.
The one that he interfered on the Texas game with a ball that was out of bounds. Sorry, Sam. Never turned his head.
Nice throw.
The OU defense should never rush 3.
No, I agree.
They're not good enough in zone coverage.
Right. And they don't have a nose guard.
They've had some moments today, but that's not their strength.
It's just not.
Was that a sack? Or was it a handoff?
It's a handoff.
Okay.
Arkansas up 14-10 on Auburn right now. 3:43 left in the second. I thought that was Stephen A. Smith for a second. I wasn't looking at that screen, and I heard that voice, and I was like, what's the with this last minute before we get to halftime, because we'll take a break at half. So far so good. I don't know that. All the adjusting seems like it needs to happen on the Iowa State side of things. pressure.
Well, you got to finish drives,
Right.
I mean, you know, the only drive they finished was a fake field goal.
Right.
So I think they got to be able to move the ball on Iowa State when it, you know, when it's tough to run it. I think they've got to. They can't give up big plays. As long as they keep this team in front of them, I think they're going to be they'll be okay to win. But you know, Hutchinson over the top, really good receiver. Defensive back falls down, or you know, he breaks a long play, then things can get interesting. Right now, they got the game kind of where they want it.
Right. Hey, how are you?
Sam was going to ask you on that replay. Did you see that? Did you see the safety blitz coming there? Like that just has no effect at all. Why
Correct.
is it? Why is he so deep if he's going to blitz? Why is it?
Right.
What are they?
I have
what's
no
even the
clue.
purpose?
I have no idea what the purpose of it is. Like, what are you? Is that a read blitz? Is he reading something and then deciding to blitz? Did he decide
I would almost
late?
have to be that.
Right, because he's making the decision too late to do it, and that's just being uncertain, right, of what of the job you're supposed to be doing.
You know, as bad as Iowa State's played, they're still in this game with a one score difference.
Right. Yeah. No, they're. I mean, this is where they have to stay. That's for sure. They needed that score.
Yeah. Who gets the ball in the third?
I think Iowa State does. Oh, the fam's asking about the gumbo. 1:30, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. 1:30 for the
The
gumbo.
one guy just came in and said he's ready.
Oh, his gumbo is ready already?
Yeah.
What does that
Let
mean?
it sit for another hour.
Yeah. What is? Oh, yeah.
Another hour wouldn't hurt it, right? I
Right.
mean, if it gets
The longer, the better.
Mhm. So
Let them flavors, come all together. Get that layers.
I've been working on my impressed and not impressed faces. Oh yeah, I got a full thing.
just to let people know, you
Yes.
feel good about the gumbo.
Right.
Well, you know, Sam, I was teasing yesterday when I said, we'd be up there judging and asking these guys, what made you think lettuce would go good in gumbo? Just playing,
Right.
teasing. One of the guys out there says, literally told me, he goes, yeah, I got collard greens going to my gumbo. And I just kind of gave him that cross-eyed look, like didn't know what to say.
That's the family recipe, huh?
Gotta be.
You never know. It could be delicious. It all would depend on when they go in, right? Like that would be a timing thing.
Because collard greens got to cook a long time to get tender.
Right.
So instead of just run in and try to prevent the snap, our referee Steve Barrett said they were not in position.
Whoa.
You know that somebody somewhere on the Iowa State brass is like, what did Matt Campbell do with his bye week offensively? Like the OU defense, we know they're not very good. It's an indictment.
Surely they got somebody else out there that can play running back.
A corner. I mean, somebody on the team that's taking some snaps.
Someone played it in high school.
Right.
Intramurals.
Like they open tryouts.
We got away from that, didn't he?
Why would you take the timeout? No. Just go to half. All right, good to see you, Jeff. Take care. All right, talk to you soon.
Sure. Nice to meet you, sir. You know, some people that just look like coaches.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to call him.
What was his name again? Blanchard's
Jeff Word.
Jeff Ward?
Word.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Blanchard's men's, right? Yeah. Basketball coach. He was cool.
I have to tell you all a story now that we're at halftime. After that OU game, Texas OU game, nobody gave anybody any credit. You know, it's just one of those games where you couldn't. You know, it would be inappropriate. So the next day, I get on a plane in Dallas and go to Cabo. And my wife and I are in Cabo, and we're in the line getting on a boat, you know, like a booze cruise type thing. And I see this guy walk by, and he's got a Sooner shirt on. And so I just, oh, hell, I'm going to do it. I went, Sooner. And the guy stops. He turns and looks real slow. He goes, I already saw you. I was hoping you didn't see me.
Oh, that's
anyway,
great.
we ended up partying the whole time together. He lives in Blanchard and eats here.
Oh, that's great.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, it's halftime. We're here live at Brents Cajun Seafood. Make sure you head this way for the free gumbo cook-off. I'll be judging that later this afternoon. We'll come back with the second half. Iowa State, Oklahoma getting it done so far, right? Pretty decent grades across the board. They look like a team that's been rested and that looks prepared. I'm excited to see what the second half looks like.
Appreciate it.
All right, welcome back. Game Day Live. Sam Mays, Mark Rogers here at Brents Cajun Seafood in Edmond. The party is real. We got the gumbo cook-off going out back. It's going to be about 1:30. The bar is full. We got football on every TV in the building. And Oklahoma started the second half against Iowa State, up 13-6. Iowa State's ball.
Not a great first play for Iowa State. Kind of a give up for the quarterback. Checked out some of the gumbo outside. It is very interesting. What do you have in the omelet there? What is in
That's a little bacon and cheese and sausage.
Wow.
Homemade biscuits. The brunch here is delicious, and I always forget about it when I'm here on Saturdays. A little martini action. How's your beer?
Good.
What are you guys drinking at home?
It's good.
I got to get somebody to moderate this while we're doing it. These like weird bot things pop into the chat. And it's always weird. Bo says he's drinking water.
There you go.
Always healthy.
Hydrate. Looked like I almost had a hold. With plenty of time. Completion.
It's a good ball. Good start for Iowa State. What do you think Campbell's like at halftime?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, nope.
Oh,
they got
there
a
we
sack.
go. There we go. Who was that?
They got a sack.
Kelly. That's big time. Yeah, I got home with the twist. The game worked, and it was good. You know, as far as the technique is concerned, the technique was really good. Both players hit exactly where they were supposed to, that inside shoulder, and you get an open run to the quarterback. It's how it's designed. That's a great play. Ooh. That kid looks like a high school running back on the field. You're 100% right.
It's impressive though too when they're going to let the OU defensive line go on a screen. They have no idea what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They feel
Right.
so good about being able to rush a quarterback.
Harris has got a huge glass of sweet tea. I guess people don't just like
It's
me.
early, 11 o'clock. Got to get him on the ground. They punt this or not?
Did he have a fork? Have a fork? Thank you.
Oh, they call that an incompletion. Or short the first down. I would play. Oh,
Ooh,
got back
boy.
there and got after that.
He didn't clip the punter, did he? Ugh. That's a first down. I think so.
That would be a bad penalty.
Yep. Mario is
Really
arrived.
no reason to do that.
How are you, sir? Thank you very much. What's going on with West Virginia? They were at halftime?
28-21. A lot of offense.
Did you have a score for that one?
Solid day for West Virginia. Running for 300 yards or have 300 yards of offense the first half, down 7.
I'm going to eat some of this omelet, sir.
I would.
Really don't eat something here. Like, I've never had one of his omelets before. And the first time you take a bite of anything at Brent's, it's like, what is in here that's different than any other place I've ever had?
Yeah. What is it?
I have no idea. It's delicious. So good. It's like eating a cloud.
More misdirection. Well, that's excellent. Look at that effort.
I like that kid so much. He's a football player. Like, he is an absolute football player. Great speeds, good size. He gets it. He's a freshman. Like, what is he going to look like in 2 years with the body work that's going to be done to that kid? Got him. Oh.
The camp can't quite get it right.
Ooh.
I don't really like the shots on first down. It just kind of puts you in the offense almost seems like if you don't get it, you know.
Yeah, I think the thing that I would typically be with you if they hadn't controlled the line of scrimmage as much as they had, right? Because now all of a sudden 2nd and 10 is still probably an interior rundown for you if you want it to be. You know what I mean? So like I think their success today maybe it can dictate it, but typically as a lineman for sure I hated it. Like I did not like going out there and just throwing one and getting an incompletion because now you've made our job have to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah. Missed the play clock.
Ooh. What is the one chip challenge?
That is one of those flaming hot potato chips.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. You want me to do that? Sir, I cannot. There's no, I like hot stuff too.
That doesn't look fun at all.
No, Who's doing it? And someone's going to do it or win it? Give it to Tyler. I like my taste buds.
Yeah.
We got some people in the chat claiming they want Al. Junebug.
They went out what?
They want Al. Al's not here.
Oh,
yeah.
Yesterday at Sam Humphreys, he's hosting a Halloween party tonight. Now said he would come dressed as a pimp.
Is he really going?
I asked him today if he was serious. So,
are you going to that party?
No, I don't. I'm not that I wouldn't, but I don't think so.
I might poke my head.
I don't think Al is going.
There's nothing more shocking than a 6'5", 350-pound man walking into the party with a bed sheet wrapped around like a diaper and an oversized bottle.
I think that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
You would win the costume contest, I think.
Correct. Yeah.
There's not many good games on tonight, right? What is tonight? What are the tonight games?
I don't know. I can't focus anything past 2:30. I've done it to myself, Mark. I'm fully invested emotionally into this season. I had to separate myself.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. I mean, I think the OSU game is a big one, clearly. Tonight we have USC and Arizona.
Kentucky, Tennessee is 6.
Kentucky, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. It's a light schedule. Not great.
That Kentucky, Tennessee game's at Neyland, so that'll be they're still out of their mind from.
Yeah,
They'll be jumping out the foundation for that. What's your favorite food of the meal of the day?
I like them all. I mean, I do like breakfast food.
I do love breakfast food. Yeah,
breakfast food is good.
I'm good, thank you.
I'll rate lunch last. I'll go dinner.
Yeah, I'm
dinner,
not much of a lunch
breakfast.
guy either.
Because sometimes if I do breakfast, then I won't do lunch.
If I'm doing lunch, it's also dinner. I just call that dinner 1. It's not like I'm eating a light lunch ever. Like, it's better for me to avoid lunch.
Man, West Virginia's defense has played so poorly today. It's got my lock. Although if the game ends in 7, my lock is going to be a winner. West Virginia has not had a hard time moving the ball at TCU. Oh, we have more costumes.
I feel like Oklahoma State beats TCU 7 out of 10 times. I really feel that way. I think they let them off the hook in the first game.
Yeah. Is there a team you wouldn't want to, if you're Oklahoma State, that you wouldn't want to play in the championship game?
A healthy Kansas State?
Yeah.
I think this is a game. That Kansas State they're good enough to beat anybody in this league if Martinez is able to execute the way he has all season long. Too good on the offensive line. They got an elite pass rusher. They've got all the right tools. They have to just stay healthy. The healthy Kansas State is a legit threat to Oklahoma State. Which, to those who picked Kansas State in the preseason and that were openly mocked.
Yeah. 16-1. Well, the Bear picked TCU in the preseason.
Right. Which, I don't know where they're getting this. I mean, I would have never seen Kansas State. Adrian Martinez was hot garbage at Nebraska the whole time.
I think he didn't have a whole lot of support up there. He certainly didn't have much coaching.
This is your T-shirt game is incredible.
What is I don't care?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not done yet. Yeah.
Where was she trying to go with that biscuit?
Right. Come on now. What do you think that typically when you have good units, like elite level units, like Iowa State's defense is, because they've been elite for a minute now, the offense just naturally gets some benefits from that. I can't imagine what their inside drill looks like at practice. Just a slaughter,
right?
Every day,
Well, I don't know, West Virginia. You got another penalty here. Oh, wow. Well, they got the wrong guy on that one. There's a circus going on in that West Virginia game right now. Big third down stop here. But this game, OU game is going unbelievably fast.
Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, you got to
Pressure
catch it
got
and
there.
get it there. Yeah.
Pressure got home.
T. Lawrence was this close. You got to give Matt Campbell some credit because he knows what he is. And if you watch Iowa State, it's so weird in the college game because you just rarely see it. But they're snapping the ball with about 6 seconds to go on the clock. Like, he is 100% aware that the job of this offense at this point is to keep my defense rested. If we can put some points on the board, then let's put some points on the board. Obviously, that's the goal, but they do a very good job of taking their sweet time. It's good to see you. Hey, look, come in, get in the live stream. Say hi to the good people. That's Ned. Ned from Ned Starlight Lounge. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I was at Ned's not maybe a week ago.
Oh,
Weeks
yeah.
ago, I had the jalapeno chicken fried steak there.
So good.
That was really good.
So good. Yeah, they do an incredible job there at Ned's. You always love seeing other good chefs in restaurants.
Yeah, game recognizes game, right?
That's 100% true. Thank you very much. I'm done with this. You can thank you. I just wanted that last half of biscuit.
So as a judge later this afternoon, what are you looking for in the gumbo?
Man, it's color, right? I think you got to see. It's got to be visually appealing to me. Any food does. So you eat with your eyes first. So I want to see like a good, rich roux.
Okay.
Some reds, some depth to the color of it. Consistency, is it runny? Is it like there's got to be there's almost like it's a gravy consistency, but a little less. And then you just want to taste it. What's in it? Is it chicken? Is it seafood? Is it, let me taste your flavors. Have you melded everything well together?
There's a guy out there with an alligator logo.
Little salt.
Put some gator in there.
Oh, yeah. Little salt in there. There's big time seafood going on out there. You ever watch Hell's Kitchen? Ever asked you this before?
No, I don't. I've watched a little more of the lighthearted food shows.
Oh, no. I'm here for the punishment.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay would be the greatest football coach of all time. I'll die on that hill.
Feed Phil, I like, is a good one.
Somebody feed Phil?
Yeah.
Okay.
A good one. Try to get Phil on the radio show, and they turned me down, but yet they're going to go on with Rick and Brad.
Oh, lame.
I just reached out. No, I think they had it in, and I just reached out to the website.
I see. Yeah, no, Gordon Ramsay brings you in, he breaks you down. This is what I could imagine Eddie Sutton did to players back in the early 2000s.
I don't want anybody yelling at me in the kitchen.
I would beat the ever-loving. He calls people, he fat shames people on that show. I don't know that I would handle. There's one, I grew up in Youngstown. Every coach I ever had spit in my face on accident in some way, shape, or form. Bo Pelini was the norm. You know what I mean? That's what I grew up with. Mike Stoops. That's it. That's how they do it up there. So I'm never, it's not like I would be against aggressiveness. It's just the demeaning that happens.
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old, Gordon.
Necessary.
I'm going to beat call me a fat whatever. That's too far. Or being a spouse at home watching, look, there's your wife.
Yeah.
He's like, you fat cow. And I'm like, nope. I hope she makes it far enough for me to show up for the family episode.
Not really acceptable. Not really necessary.
The kitchen nightmare stuff.
Yeah.
That is, it makes me appreciate the good folks like Brent who do it the right way. Gabriel's starting to look like the starter for next season because there is a moment that I thought he might
be. Yeah, I understand. He's got a lot of experience. You think he could get better.
That's kind of where I was at with him prior to that Kansas game. It's like, this has got to be it. And he delivered, and he's delivering once again today. He's played so much football, and you're 100% right. He's not back there with the jitters. He's out there seeing the field, playing. He's just playing well.
Just because Jackson Arnold lit up Allen, that's impressive. and he's going to be great, I think. But you don't want him necessarily starting in his first year on
No,
campus.
but the Arnold boy now, and I don't like recruiting. I think
Right.
it's a bunch of BS.
He's good. I'm just saying, I
Kid is.
just don't know that you want him starting in the first year. You want to have to depend on him. There's
Right.
going to be some growing pains there.
I definitely want to bring him in freaking February, though. Let's
He's
see what you
coming
got,
in.
kid.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
And he's just big. I didn't expect him. He looked like someone's dad being interviewed after that game.
Yeah.
Like he's a grown man.
He is.
Yeah.
Why is somebody holding the backside of this option? This is awful.
This would get you absolute shootout in the offensive line room. You're on the backside of the play.
There's no need to do this.
Right. Just unnecessary.
Oh, it's defensive holding.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yep, I remember that. It's good to see you. I did some charity, like a charity shopping thing with them.
Uh-huh.
Like we had to go shop for a bunch of kids, and it was a lot of fun.
That's
Walmart, yeah. What do you think Braden Willis' stock looks like in the next level?
I don't know. I think his position is becoming more valuable, like a hybrid tight end type guy that can catch some passes. But I don't know enough about his measurables or his times.
Yeah, he's gonna have to show something in the combine. OU's had a decade worth of excellent tight end play, and it's just all of those dudes just come up this short. When it comes to height and speed and all the things. Jeremiah Hall, as far as the heady players go, that boy is exceptional. But you just knew going into that next level conversation, it was going to be tough for him. Willis, out of the group, between like Hall, Flowers, he looks as capable physically. All right. I mean,
all of us the same players. It's almost like they've been the same guy for 8 years.
Right. So weird. And great for the team, great for the offenses, no doubt. But I think that Braden might be able to run a little bit, just straight line, get after it. He's definitely the leanest of the group.
Oh,
there you go, big play. That Farouk? Yeah.
I think they brought a little extra there, and the rushers, good job by the tackles to just push them back a little bit so they couldn't get to the quarterback.
That boy looks like 2 to me. He looks a lot like CeeDee Lamb as a young player.
Not as big.
Not as big, but CeeDee wasn't real. CeeDee didn't get real big into that last year and a half, I feel like. Oh, you mean not as tall?
Not as tall.
He's done great in space, runs great routes, catches everything. I mean, competent player.
Just reacting to the big picture of this today, the offense has done well. The defense, to me, it's not fixed, or it's not like completely that everything's great, that if they went up against the team, and they will later in this year, they can score some points, that you can say the defense has turned the corner. But I think that it's been...
They're not a complete liability.
At least you respect the fact that they were able to get up there today and have an impact in the game.
And contribute, 100%. Yeah, it's been a season's worth of you haven't contributed to anything but failures.
They haven't played poorly today. You still have a chance to win the game because I think their offense is playing better. But what the offense has done today tells me that I think they're going to be able to score some points the rest of the year. They're running the ball. They're aggressive. Eric Gray looks good. I think that he's been maybe the most improved player on the offense this year, or maybe the offensive line as a group too can say that. You know about that more than I do, but Anton Harrison today, you've given him a lot of credit.
He's looked really good. There's a bunch of, there's that receiver room. The offensive line room has been super impressive. Gabriel's grown a ton at the quarterback spot in the last several games, which is nice to see. Had the yips early. Clearly they went back to work. You love when you can see a problem and then them work through the problem over a certain length of time. It took them 10 days to get him, 2 games to get him back to where he needed to be.
Yeah.
Like that was good for them also. Offensively, this has been about as good of a season opening year one that you could hope for. And people are like, what are you talking about? And I'm just telling you, if the defense hadn't just laid down, there have been many again. Oh, you might have one loss. Really, that Kansas State loss is the only one I can look at and think.
It's not a terrible loss.
It's not a terrible loss. That's a good football team.
I mean, it's good. I mean, you'd like to win that game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a, I mean, there could have been worse things that happened to him.
Right.
There were.
100%. Like it's, you hate, I'm not trying to be an apologist or it's not as bad as it looks. That's just the reality. Like that defense played so bad, it was comical. It was like, there's no way it could stay at this level. They go in the bye week, they come out and they have a respectable performance in this game,
right?
And you move forward from here. I'm feeling at this point, watching this game right now, that every other game they play this season is on the table still.
Yeah.
I would have told you before Kansas that the end of this sucker was going to be too much for him.
Not much
right?
chance of bowl eligibility.
Right. 100%.
Next week, I think they probably will be just a slight favorite against Baylor. That's the way I would see it. It'll be a tough game.
That's in Waco?
Norman.
Singing his praises, and Coach Haycock was as surprised as anybody went to him immediately after that play.
Make sure you guys tune into the Sports Animal for the post-game show, as Jim and Al will take it directly after the game. If you were in the market for Oklahoma State, we've got Gideon and Rashawn Woods out there at Grady's in Yukon. Shout out to Grady's.
Are they going to be playing in the
background?
No, they'd be doing some music out there.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Grady's.
Yeah, I like Grady's.
I like Yukon in general. Mm-hmm. They do it about right downtown. They have a big old festival once a year where they get a bunch of Red Dirt bands out there. Yukon people are cool. Home of Richard Schwartz.
Yeah,
big Richard Schwartz guy. I tell you right now that Schwartz was the best running back on campus. Like Jamal Fobbs. You remember? So Simmons last year, Bob, his son's name was Nathan.
Yeah.
Right. Nathan Simmons sucked.
The ultimate was all over that one.
He sucked.
Yeah.
And Jamal Fobbs was a game changer. And Richard Schwartz was the number 2 back on that team, and I'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
That dude would be in practice just kicking the defense's ass.
And Nathan Simmons was running for 3 yards a carry.
God, I hated Bob Simmons so much. I'd never like that. Mike, I can't even think of the guy who recruited me to Oklahoma State. He ended up leaving right before I even got on campus, the guy who recruited me. But Josh Henson was the GA that I had a lot of contact with, and I like Josh a lot. But so Mike Jacobs came in because he had been fired from Ohio State for some. Do you remember this story? I forget what he was fired for.
Tell me. No.
Something. Mike Jacobs was legit. Like he was Ohio State's. Like I knew him in high school. You know what I mean? Like this, I know who that is. He gets fired from Ohio State for something sideways, away from the field, I think. So Bob knows him. He comes down, and Mike Jacobs is now sitting in the offensive line room as the O-line coach with a giant. He had a cigar that he just chewed the entire time, all season long. I felt like it was the same cigar every day. It was so weird. But Mike knew Bob and visibly hated him. Bob was like that bad of a coach. I asked Bob Simmons.
Every time that Bob would say something, he would roll his eyes.
Mike is like slamming his hand down. He didn't say anything, but you can just tell it was like, what the, what is this? Yeah, like it was, the program was, and it just shows you what recruiting is. Recruiting shows you the greatest thing about the university. And I didn't really care what university it was at that point. Like I had an opportunity to go to Miami, and they were really good back then. And where I wanted to go was Ohio State, and they offered me grant money.
Uh-huh.
I had a bunch of scholarship offers. I wasn't gonna be able to do that. So it was me and Anthony Munoz. We're up there for our O-line D-line camp.
Uh-huh.
Decimate all. Finish first and second in this camp. We go into the meeting room. It's John Cooper. He looks at both of us. Munoz's dad is there. right? NFL, everything. My dad's an All-American, first-round draft pick if he wouldn't have gone to West Point. And he looks at us straight in the face and said, yeah, we don't have scholarships for either one of you. That's a number one guard and tackle in the state. And so Munoz goes to Tennessee, becomes All-American. I go to Oklahoma State, become, what I was in Stillwater. But after that had happened, I was just looking for competition because this is before Pro Football Focus, where they were grading offensive linemen. Like, I needed to go find competition. Well, the Big 12 was rich with it, right? Oklahoma. And my family's just diehard into it. So, it's Oklahoma and it's Texas and it's A&M. And Bob came in late and offered a scholarship. And I came up to Stillwater on my recruiting trip, and I saw an Eddie Sutton basketball game against Kansas. And I was like, this is it.
That has to be.
This is it. Like, all I saw was Gallagher-Iba, this atmosphere, that fans. I know nothing about the football team's atmosphere. I hadn't watched an Oklahoma State game probably ever. All I saw was Gallagher-Iba, 13,000 people in that place, jumping up the foundation. I was like, I want to come play college sports here.
That's a great story.
First game for Oklahoma State, there's 17,000 people in the stands. And Bob Simmons is my head coach, and I'm like, oh, God.
What was the deal? What was the deal with Bob? I mean, just like, I think as it went on, it seemed like he just hated everyone. Like, hated everything. He was always in a terrible mood.
Oh, dude, like,
he was
the
bad
whole
with the media, and it wasn't in the sense of like, I just don't like dealing with this part of the job. It's just like, I hate people.
Yes, he just didn't. It just seemed like he didn't want to be there. I tell the story. I don't know if you ever heard this, but like my first meeting there, you walk into it's the big stadium seating. This is where the team sits before practice, whatever. In the first two rows, all the white kids were sitting. Then there was a row, and then all the black kids sat. So I'm from I'm from a pretty diverse area of the world. A lot of Italians I went to school with, a lot of Jewish people. Like, Youngstown is a melting pot.
Right.
I walked in that room, Mark, and I literally stopped in my tracks like,
what's happening?
What is this? Like, what? So I went and sat up where the black kids were. Like,
right.
I guess is where I'm supposed to. It was insane how dysfunctional that season was, and how dysfunctional. I asked him once in camp what I was supposed to do in an offensive play, and he looked at me and said, "What is your name again?" And I don't know anything about the offense. Go find one of your offensive coaches, and then just walked away from me. And I was like, "All right,
yeah, it's not."
It was a weird deal. Weird deal. And then he spent the whole. So he got fired mid-season. You remember this?
Yes.
So then he spends the whole budget, Mark. So every week we got like multiple T-shirts, and on every Thursday night we were fed huge, comical steaks, like bone-in ribeyes and those king crab legs.
Yeah.
Like, he was just spending he spent every dime that he had on gear and food. Like, we loved it for him. We loved him for it. It was so, but that's how he went out. And then Les comes in day one, has the same exact reaction I did when he walked into the meeting room, and that's how everybody was sat. He walked out of the room, came back with numbers in the hat, made us pull out the numbers, reseat ourselves.
Yeah.
That was it. That was his first major deal. Because what crazy person in 2000 allows your room to be split like that?
Yeah. No one.
Yeah. Like, everybody listening right now is uncomfortable.
Right. I mean, this game is just kind of lulling you to sleep. But
yeah, I hate it.
3rd and 10 from your own 6.
Like, I'm really trying
to. Bad thing to pick this up.
There's been a bunch of good football games this year, all over the conference, and I feel like every OU game has either been like, since Nebraska, it has just been rough. Like, even with success. Kansas, I guess, wasn't rough.
I mean, if they finish this game and Iowa State's got 6 or 9 or something like that, then I think it's great. But I mean, you got to get to that point. It just kind of makes you feel like, you played well so far, but you haven't closed it out. My mom is asking what happened to Drake Stoops. Something happened to Drake Stoops? I didn't know that anything had.
And to the official, he throws it to him, but
28-24 TCU.
TCU had a couple of bad plays in the second half. They had one that they reviewed for at least 10 minutes where a guy got blocked into a punt returner and it got West Virginia a field goal. The only points have been scored here in the second half. So a little bit more defense, but I got the feeling that when these teams feel like they need to score, they're going to crank it up a little bit.
They need to, TCU probably need to do something here pretty quick, though, because what you don't want is West Virginia going into this fourth quarter with any sort of a lead.
Right.
Because that place is not a fun place to be.
I see some gumbo starting to come into the room here.
Oh, yeah.
You got to send Brent over to see if the one guy that was in here with the hat and then that also had the dishwasher gloves hanging out of the back pocket. I think we need to try his gumbo.
Yes, he looked the part, 100%. He absolutely looked the part, like he knows what he's doing. So can I request that you join me here at Brent's for Mardi Gras for Fat Tuesday this year?
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I do that?
Because it is something to see.
That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, it is absolutely something to see.
Neil Brown's not happy. West Virginia kind of dominated this third quarter and only has 6 points. Oh, he says, screw it. We're going.
Who you got tonight? Phillies.
I think Phillies win tonight. Zach Wheeler's pitching.
Oh, I'm here for all the chaos.
Yeah, they held.
Did they?
No penalty.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a great call. Neil Brown may have panicked a little there. That's two guys going for it.
I don't know that was. Yeah, I feel like that dude kind of pulled him in here a little bit, didn't he? Was that fourth down?
Yeah. I don't know.
That was a fourth down play?
Yes.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
How many points are they down?
They're down 28-24.
Oh, so they're down. I see.
Ohio State just went up on Penn State, kicked a field goal.
What's the
16-14.
Are you kidding me? God, that was a bad pick.
Clifford has thrown 2 picks today. And Penn State, no ability to run the ball, but they're winging it all over the field.
Who's going to be the next victim of Auburn, coaching-wise? It seems like they just
I
can't
don't
get
know.
right.
Who would you hire if you're at Auburn? You got to hire, like when they hired Harsin, he was just such a non-SEC guy. You know, don't you think you kind of have to hire somebody to
If I was Auburn, I would fly my ass up to Stillwater and offer Mike Gundy a Jimbo Fisher type of contract.
Yeah.
And tell him we're going to give you every single resource that you never had in Stillwater to recruit the best players in the country, and let's see what you can do with it.
Does he want to do that at his age?
He probably doesn't. But you can't tell me you wouldn't be interested to see what Mike Gundy looks at one of the diamonds.
Yeah, I think that time on that's passed. I just think that Mike's done such a good job. He's got it the way that he wants it at Oklahoma State. So
sit down, Corey. Put the headset on. It's good to see you, boy.
I don't know that he would go. What about Dion?
Oh, at Auburn? That would be cool. And they'd let him do what he wants to.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, Corey from Off the Hook. What's up, buddy?
What's happening, brother?
Doing all right?
Man, blessed to be alive, man. How about yourself?
I am fantastic. Do you know Mark?
What's up? I'm Mark.
What's up, boss
Good
man?
to see you. How
Yes,
you
sir. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Corey is an avid sports fan.
Yeah.
And the fact that he is judging Brents Cajun Seafood's contest lets you know the kind of work that Corey does at Off the Hook, one of my favorite places to eat in the metro. Brent would be completely okay with me telling people to go check out Off the Hook. Now, you got the location there on Britain,
Yes, sir.
right?
Brittany
And
Broadway.
are you down at the airport?
So that one actually had to close when COVID happened. Man.
Okay.
COVID messed us up pretty bad in that area, but we just recently opened up one on 40 and Sooner in Dale City.
Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
like we're talking to Corey and I are about the same age, right? So Corey's got a little bit of there's a modern flair to what he does there at Off the Hook, and it's absolutely incredible. So make sure you guys go down there and check that out.
What did you see out there? Did you see any that you thought had potential?
Man, I just walked by.
Okay,
I saw a lot. I just kind of glanced and seen. I seen a lot of people had a lot of crab legs and all type of stuff. So I haven't got to taste anything yet because, of course, being one of the judges. But everything I saw walking by smelled and looked good.
Okay,
So
I asked Sam what he was looking for earlier. What are you looking for?
Honestly, man, I'm just really like a lot of people think because I'm a chef that I'm just this like crazy critic and whatnot, man. I just want to whatever tastes good, look good, smell good.
Okay,
Those are all the
right.
things that I'm looking for.
There you go. Yeah, Corey, you're an OU fan, right?
Absolutely, man.
Okay, settle down with that. Like, absolutely. You don't have to sound like that aggressive about it. Thoughts on your Sooners so far this year? Thoughts on Brent Venables? I mean, where's your head at?
Man, honest to God truth, man. If you had any high expectations of being just great based on what we lost, you're not really
You played
a sports
yourself.
fan. Yeah, you played yourself, man.
Yep.
Like, of course, I knew we would compete. I didn't think that we would lose the games that we lost so far. I thought we'd probably lose a little bit later, of course, with some of the harder teams. But it is what it is, man. It's a down year. If you think it's anything other than that, you're crazy. But if you thought we was winning the championship this year, I'm a true fan. Ain't no way we was winning the championship this year or
Right.
making the playoffs with what we lost. But I'm just excited to see them still competing, regardless of what they lost. You can't make no excuses,
Correct.
regardless of what it looks like, man. You got to get out there every game and go hard.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I can't tell you how impressed I am with this performance so far in this game. This is kind of a coin flip. Going up to Ames, dealing with the hostile environment. Gabriel has looked questionable at times this season. You saw basically one good conference game out of him. The one bright spot, the offensive line has been playing well really all season long, and they showed up in a big way, kind of allowed Oklahoma to control this one.
Most definitely. If you have been watching OU for the past 10 years, Iowa State has kind of been like a nemesis to us.
Right.
So they're always going to be that team that you circle on the calendar, and it's sad to say that I don't think we have to worry about that for too much long with leaving the Big 12, but it's one of those things.
That's my daughter Peyton. You made $10? Nice. Yeah, Brent's the family business here, that's for sure. All right, Corey. Well, thank you so much, my friend. Good luck with the judging. I'll be judging with you this evening.
Let's go eat.
I have been. I will be critical. I came up with a list of terms I'll be using. I've been working on my pleased and displeased face. Like I'm going to be that guy today.
Man, I'm excited to see what the winner is going to be presenting for sure, and it looks like a lot of competition. I was shocked to see how many people out there that entered it. I'm sure there was a lot more people that wanted to get in, but you know how that goes, man. So I'm excited to be able to judge with you and Brent, man, and we're gonna see what's happening.
Kind of cool though that he made him cook it here, right?
Absolutely.
Like I've been to a lot of competitions and Dutch,
and
they be bringing their food in,
from?
but like this is like a barbecue deal. You know what I mean? Like you got to cook your stuff on site. So I'm here for it, man.
Like
That's
chili
awesome.
cook-off, man.
Absolutely.
I like that idea. Like you said, that was the criteria. You have to make your roux. Make your roux on site, and you can't bring that store-bought in stuff or that stuff you probably made last year in froze. So yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Very cool. Thanks, Corey. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet
Thank
you,
you,
Corey.
man. Nice to meet you as well.
Corey from Off the Hook. Check it out. It's fantastic. We're gonna bring in Mama Lisa. Come on. Put the headset on. Please. There's an open mic, and you got a better voice than Mark and I ever had. Please have a seat. Yes, absolutely. We're not doing anything but watching this football game.
Iowa State going to go. Already converted one. Here, going to go for it on fourth down.
Oh, got him.
It.
Oh,
That was, yeah, that's a big play.
yeah, that's not good. Iowa State right back in it. Touchdown, Jalen Noel. Well-designed play. I think Oklahoma probably made a mistake there defensively. I don't know how you get that wide open.
Stops, but have these 2 fourth down plays.
Right.
See what happens here.
Mama Lisa, how are you?
Hey, I'm ready. I'm watching football. Get ready to judge some gumbo. What? Life is good.
The voice of Lisa Sykes is radio fame here in Oklahoma City. It's so good to hear you.
Thank you.
Lisa and I worked together for almost a decade, and I was the benefactor of many of pots of gumbo.
Yeah.
And any sort, like she called us her boys, and she would feed us all the time. And I was well taken care of there with Lisa Sykes.
Now, how did you specialize in gumbo, or is just specialize in everything and just gumbo
No.
is part of it?
My family's from South Louisiana, so
Okay.
I grew up on gumbo and the culture, and it's all about food and family and friends and just having a great time.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. When I saw your name, I was like, oh yes, Lisa's cooking.
No,
And then I thought, oh no, I'm probably I can't be a judge because I'm biased.
well, I was seriously thinking about cooking, and the day I decided I thought I'm going to cook, and then Brent calls me and says, "Would you judge?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, that's all this work."
Absolutely, 100%. You get to hang out now and taste some of the gumbo. What have you seen out there?
I've seen a lot of people smiling. I've people waving their hand across their mouth. There must be something really hot out there, but
I like that.
I've deliberately not tried to really engage in anything particular because I don't want to be biased.
Oh
My
yeah,
husband is out there.
just put his whole face in
I
there.
mean, his face is
Yeah.
in it. And so I said, don't even talk to me. Don't tell me about it. And he said, I haven't found anything that's yours yet. And I said, I'm not looking for mine. I'm looking for good gumbos.
That's awesome. Very cool. Well, I'm happy to see you. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day. That competition is going to start here pretty quick, right? 2:00.
Well, actually, the tasting has started.
Okay,
It's free
tasting
to
has
the
started.
public,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to start judging it too.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a lot of fun. Come out to Brent's. Come hang out with us. Mama Lisa.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm ready.
Are you, oh, there you go. Are you OU? OSU?
Well, I mean, I've had to be OU for all these years. My family is very divided. Donnie's a Poke.
Oh, I know that about.
So,
yeah, he's a great man.
So when it comes to Bedlam, our family is not friendly.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for OU.
Okay, rooting for OU. They're going to come through for you today. I hope. That last touchdown. What thoughts on the last score? Do you feeling like it changes the course of the game?
Again, they kind of blitz guys into no man's land, right? I mean, you'd be better off to drop those guys in coverage on a simple slant.
Right. I would agree. All right, Mama Lisa, we'll let you go.
Okay, I'm going to go out there and see if I can't have one more little toddy to give me.
Mama Lisa's an expert in gumbo and tequila.
That's
the amount of time. That's the other thing that would come into the office. She'd be like, Sam, I got this tequila. I'm like, I got to go on air in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. She's also not a light pourer. What we really need to tell is a story that we drove down to OU, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
then,
start with Bloody Marys and you work your way up.
Yeah, we took Lisa in the RV with us down to OU, Texas one year, and we were drunk before we left Paul's Valley.
And they took me to make sure that they stayed
in
track.
control.
Right. Yeah.
She derailed the whole thing before we even got started. Yeah. Shout out.
Guilty.
We had a driver, I had a buddy of mine, Derek Cargill, who drove. I talked to him the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then we ended up parked behind the State Fair. No, not No Justice. Who was playing? Turnpike Troubadours were playing.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my co-host got on the bus, drank all their beer. There was
and
some.
managed to make it at the broadcast at 5 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
I
there
don't know
was
why.
a lot of, that's a trip that I'm lucky I made it through.
Yeah, me too.
Good stuff. All right, Lisa. Thank you so much.
All right, I'll see you.
Coming out the
two
Brents.
with the judging.
You got to watch that touchdown pass. It was, to me, just ridiculously unsound defense.
Yeah, no, they were all bunched up and all in the right place.
3 guys in coverage. You're not getting home. You haven't been home all night on any of those pass rushes.
Doesn't make any
sense. And it was a quick pass,
right?
And it was right over the middle. It was wretched defense. That was a bad call.
100%. Like, none of that is working. None of it has. It hasn't worked in the red zone. It hasn't worked in the middle of the field.
Well, you know what you're going to get. They're not going to run the ball in that play. And you're not getting there, And it just this looks bad right now. This looks really bad to me. OU's confidence seems like it's deflated after giving up that touchdown pass. They're not playing with swagger. They're not playing with confidence.
Come on.
That's been part of the problem all year long. They're going to punt the ball right here. They're going to be in a football game. Just telling you.
Brad Pitt says, Bigsby High School could have at least stopped one of those fourth down plays. Oof. Oh, what is happening?
This is trouble.
What is happening?
No, I'm just telling you, the confidence is gone. The crowd is getting into the game.
So fragile.
They are fragile.
They've been that way for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fragile. It's football. Other teams they make good plays. It doesn't mean you fall apart. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Like, he knows better.
I don't know what they were calling on that fourth down play. That was just terrible.
Fourth and 27.
Fourth
dude.
and 12, and you rush seven guys in there.
Wow.
At least Turk isn't scared.
Playing his ass off. Turk is playing well. Oh, you puking down their leg like always. Let's settle down with the like always thing. I've always seen this team do is just win a bunch of games for the last decade. Like, I don't know why, like it's either all or nothing, right?
Seen a lot of gumbo coming in here.
Yeah.
You may have to go out and make a run.
What do you think about me getting a bowler hat?
I think you should do whatever makes you feel good. What kind of bowler hat?
Like a black, bad guy in the Western movie bowler hat.
No, I like that.
Like the short brim, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think that I could rock that. There's a lot of dudes with hats on here. And my fiance has been telling me that I'm not a hat guy because my head is too big. She's like, you're a big guy with a big head. Why do you need a big hat? And I was like, I'm not trying to get a big hat.
Just get the right size hat. You don't want a hat too small. That would look really bad on a big head, small hat.
Correct.
Get the right size hat, right?
Right. Like, I like wearing cowboy hats. She doesn't let me.
That's unacceptable.
Come to Brent. You got to come back this way. Come back this way. And right here. Come to Brent. Come to Brent. There you go.
Penn State, 2nd and goal. Ohio State 8. Fourth quarter.
We got that.
You watching that?
Yeah, you can't see it.
My bad.
No, I just didn't realize it was up there when you said that. Touchdown, Penn State. Oh, fumble. Oh, my God, he fumbled crossing the goal line.
Was he in?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. The judge? Yeah.
They're going nuts. Must be a touchdown.
Yep, touchdown, Penn State. Make sure you guys tune into the Sports Animal Post-Game Show. Jim Traber, Al Eschbeck. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to say about this. We're going to cut out here in about 3 minutes or so and get ready for that post-game. Also getting Hamilton, Rashawn Woods. They are live at, where are they at in Yukon? Grady's. Grady's in Yukon. You can go hang out with them. Grady's, Yukon out there, Cowboy country. There'll be a ton of OSU fans there in Grady's. That'll be a great time. You need a place to go watch Cowboys game. You can come up here to Brent's for the gumbo cook-off in the game, or going out there to Grady's and see Gideon and old Rashawn as big game coming up there in Manhattan, Kansas.
TCU got to kick a field goal. This is getting important right here.
We talked about just this year alone. Iowa 10-7 since 2016. 25 losses in one-score games, third most. Oklahoma 23 wins, third most. It's amazing.
God, they're so bad.
I get why he's trying to run the ball a little bit, but they've got whatever they want in the passing game. You can't rush the passer. They can't cover in zone. It's been that way for a long period of time.
And they don't even look like a Power 5 offense. It's slow moving. It's slow developing. They don't block well. They don't run well. They don't throw well. Like, it's annoying that there's 7 minutes to go in this game and they're in it.
Third down defense is here. Wow.
Great play.
Broyles.
Great. Was that Broyles?
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Did he catch it?
Yeah, I think so. It's going to get fun in here later, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll be leading the charge. What a great play by that kid. Oh, I know I'm good.
Well, I mean, you know, that was a good pass. I mean, a good play, but it was a horrible pass. We got the wide open guy running across the middle of the field there. But at least OU did get pressure, unlike the fourth down play that scored the touchdown.
Right.
I mean, they affected the throw enough for him to miss his wide open receiver. Boy, OU is bad in zone coverage. They are terrible.
Right. No one feels comfortable.
Why
I don't know.
Tell me, explain that. Why would that be? Because it's been a long period of time. Is that no feel for the guys in the secondary?
It's no feel for it. Yes. I mean, and I don't. It's one of the few things about this game that I just really can't. I have a hard time putting myself in that situation. I never played in space like that. You know, like I knew where my guys. Like I played in a big group like that, but I knew exactly where they were. You know what I mean, or where they were supposed to be, because it was all in an area that was a 10 by 10 box essentially. Like out there in the secondary, it's so hard for me to like relate to how you could be bad. Like you just look down in the field and know that this is my area.
It's probably easier for me to relate to that as like a zone defense in basketball, that you can't. Sometimes you think you're just like in a zone defense, you're just shuffling around and you're kind of like guarding a spot, whereas they need to conceptualize what's going on with the wide receivers and think ahead and get there.
He's on his way into my zone.
I'm standing.
Yes.
Like I'm standing here.
Right. Like
I'm
you have
not
to see zone defense. I think you have to have the ability to see the play being developed.
Zone defense isn't a passive defense.
Right.
But it looks that way. I mean,
right.
and you should be able to play it more aggressively than they do.
Right.
They get caught, I think, standing around a lot. And I don't know how you teach that, but it's been a problem there for a while. That probably comes with experience. It probably comes with film. It probably comes with learning, a lot of different things.
Right.
It's frustrating that it can't or hasn't gotten any better. And that interception was a nice play, but that was a bad throw.
Right. With confidence, by the way. I always like a quarterback that just throws an outright pick, and it looks like it's going like the way he threw it.
The receiver is going here wide open, and he just throws it as if time had stopped.
As that ball left that dude's hand, he would have made you believe he had found a guy wide open for a touchdown. It was so weird. He's just bad. And this is the worst that he's played. Like I would have told you that Decker coming into this season had an advantage over any other new quarterback because of the time he spent on the field and looked serviceable.
Little things here and there. If the offense can go out here and get a couple first downs, that'll show me something. Offense has played.
Absolutely,
offense has played pretty well today, but you don't want to just keep punting it back to Iowa State, and then all of a sudden the quarterback hits a throw.
Right.
That is to me, not an effective football play. Throw across the field for 3 yards.
Right.
With an average of 7 yards to go on third down, converting 7 of 16 is not bad.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
How do you
He's got
drop
to catch that.
Mims has dropped 2. That was as
Yeah.
bad a drop as the opening play of the game. Is there any reason to drop this?
Yeah, no. That's right in the breadbasket. Wow. Wow. Somebody asked in the chat earlier, does he have the yips?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
looking a little bit that way.
the one he dropped in the end zone, I would say, was a tough catch. I mean, he's had 2 today that were big plays. Look at Turk. Why did you dive on that and go in the end zone? He should be there on the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
That's incredible for Turk.
Turk is the MVP of the game.
Turk just got chest bumped to the ground.
We're here live at Brents Cajun Seafood. Come on out. We got a gumbo cook-off going on this afternoon. The Oklahoma State Cowboys will take the stage here at 2:30. I'll be here for that game and for the duration of the afternoon. Turk really might be the MVP of this game. I mean, he's had clutch punt after clutch punt
plays. I mean, he's put his defense in a pretty good position right here.
Carolina's down to their 3rd running back. Is that true? Chuba Hubbard's out this week.
I think he might be. Dante Foreman was good last week. Carolina, though, right there in the division.
Are they?
Yeah.
No. Who's in that division?
Atlanta,
Oh,
San Francisco, Tampa. Carolina beats Atlanta. They will be in first place. That's the game Sunday.
wow.
Yeah.
What we thought the NFC East was going to be.
That division is terrible this year. I don't know that Tampa can win it.
I feel
Because
bad for the
Shaq
Buccaneers,
Barrett
man.
went out the game the other night. They've
Right.
got no one.
God. Hey, how are you? You want to say hi on live stream? No. That's the missus for Brent. That's his
Okay,
wife.
cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably pass. Gotta get ready to judge. But will you get that little reserve thing and put it on this table? Because I'm gonna pack that reserve. Yeah, because I'll be back. Yeah.
I don't think that's a catch. Oh, not a catch.
I was thinking, talking back to that side game where
Come on. Come on. Come on.
That was just in
Inexcusable.
space. Middle linebacker should be able to run with the quarterback.
We're gonna try to hold on here for another. I think we're supposed to get off at that 6-minute mark, but I just kind of want to see the end of this drive. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guabu, come on. That's awful from Guabu. What's he doing? Another guy kind of standing there.
Yeah. I'm. No, it's okay. Give me like 2 minutes. All right. There it is.
This is
Great
ball game.
turn. Is that Stutzman? That's
I think it
game,
is,
baby.
yeah.
Oh, great play by Stutzman. God, so good
He
to see
was
that
just
kid have
hanging
some
in there.
success. Great play.
I'll tell you what. To me, that's the pass in the future right there. That's the passing of the torch.
Oh,
you got
yeah.
a Quabu at middle linebacker who I'm not trying to kill him. Just saying he's out of position.
Yep.
He's just – and Stutzman is a guy that I think can really – has a great play.
That's a great play. All right, well, it looks like the Sooners have got this under control. Big thank you to Brents Cajun Seafood for having us out today. Sam Mays, Mark Rogers, live from Brent's Bar.
Iowa State needs a new quarterback, by the way.
They do. Bad. Yeah. Come on out to Brent's for the gumbo cook-off, or come hang out with us this afternoon as we watch Oklahoma State, and hang out throughout the evening here at Brent's Cajun Seafood. Up next here at the Sports Animal, it is Jim Traber and Al Eschbeck with the post-game show. And make sure you tune in to Gideon Hamilton and Rashad Woods as they cover the Oklahoma State Cowboys this afternoon. Should be a ton of fun. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it, brother.
You bet.
Gabriel Hughes. And Gabriel Hughes is your